That your fantasies coming to life, your sporting heroes, your favorite Bollywood superstars coming together in one arena, and that's exactly what we're bringing across to you. It's going to be competitive. It's Virat Kohli's someone who takes this really seriously, but they're good friends off the field as well. Now, like I said, we've got our own five-a-side team over here, and despite the rains, this is the beautiful thing about this beautiful game. You can play in any condition. We have been brought together by our profession, but today we have been divided by our passion. My brothers in arms, Arjun Pandit, Jatin Sapru, they have picked their sides, folks, and they actually accompanied them to the stadium. Let's see how it was. The crowd has gathered to get a piece of Jatin and Arjun.
See that? Hear that?
It's your effect.
Hey buddy, one sec. They are here for the footballers who will be playing on the pitch.
Correct. Footballers, you mean sort of the cricketers who are also very good footballers. Sorry, what are you here for again?
1 second buddy, I'm here for the Bollywood team.
It's going to be that sort of
match. Mind you, they might be good cricketers. Yeah, they're good cricketers, they're good athletes. But these guys play regular football.
Okay guys, let me ask you one thing.
Every week.
You know your teams really well.
Yeah.
You saw the way they were warming up. So you had, of course, the cricketers and the athletes having fun like they do before the cricket match. And you had your team doing like full-on running drills and all. So what's the logic here, guys?
Well, I mean, they don't run so much that often, right? Because usually there's always a clapboard and it says retake and all of that.
Twice every week is when these guys play a regular game of football, buddy.
How about once every 2 days or once every day? Arjun, I'll make it very simple, right? I'll make it very simple for all our viewers. We're talking about a team or squad which knows what is life without retakes.
Okay. Let's simmer down, gentlemen, simmer down. I tell you what, this is the kind of energy that we want to see out there. Let's get a chance to know Arjun teams a little better as Abhishek Bachchan takes us through. Way of putting it, but I like the way that obviously he brought out the fashion sense, because folks, who's winning this battle between these two? Yeah, you ain't winning anything, Arjun, with that pose. I can assure you, buddy. Come on, let's get it together for you.
1 second, bro. You were saying.
My brothers Jatin and Arjun besides me, but what is the atmosphere like that? Let me tell you, it's not just actors taking on athletes. They take it so seriously. The dressing room is an intense place to be right now. You heard it. Virat Kohli told Jatin he's thrown down the gauntlet, and on top of that, they have Sunil Chhetri as their coach. Buddy,
One day, buddy.
What's happening?
Did they not let you in the All-Stars?
Alright, tell me who's more powerful in All-Stars. Who's going to get the job done? Come on.
Good try. But I said Apar is my brother, which is why we sent Apar to do that job. But let's just take you through the All-Stars 11, right? First the All-Stars 11 or the All-Hearts 11? All-Stars 11 led by Ranbir Kapoor, Bachna. Let's move on.
Let's move on to the team.
About your team
Let's
now.
move on to the
because
team.
we are more than just cricketers in this
We
team.
wear our hearts on our... Srijesh in the goal, man. He's done that
That's what I wanted to
hockey
ask.
turf for India for so long. Buddy!
No.
Do you have your playing 11?
Look,
you're struggling to even get one, right?
You've got some top guys. I must give him that. You've got top Indian athletes in your squad.
Yeah.
But how many of them are footballers? The one top footballer, he's on the sidelines.
Wait, hang on. One more top footballer standing by.
Exactly.
Who's the top footballer?
Virat Kohli. He's standing with an Antiaki. My brothers. Divided by their passion, united today because of the spirit of football. Brother Pandit has his work cut out for him.
Work cut out? What work does he have?
Yeah, listen, All-Stars FC, most of the chances have been made by All-Stars FC in this first half. They just haven't been able to convert it. But give credit to All-Heart FC because MS Dhoni, man, he's looked special.
It's amazing how it just changed when Mahendra Singh Dhoni came in, right? The first one, Mahendra, of course, as good a footballer as it gets.
And what's been so impressive, and you guys have remarked on that in commentary as well, is that MS Dhoni has done rolling substitutions, come on, come off, and he's played in several different...
Stop 90 minutes. Probably the only guy who'll be doing that is Virat Kohli. We've seen him in every position. Bhai, kuch to position chhod do. All-Stars walo ko kuch to karne do. All-Stars guys are doing it.
But I tell you what, I tell you how difficult it's going to be with Anirudh Srikanth also getting that goal because of a set-piece situation, and that's been the difference, hasn't it been, between all...
But on the right, he's been very good. Unmarked most of the times. But I think, like Arjun mentioned, there is a clear strategy. Virat plays for 90 minutes. MS keeps coming in and out. KL Rahul's gone back a bit to conserve some energy. But Virat started peaking with his energy after the 30th minute. So when the others will probably go down, that's when Virat will show what he's made of.
Brother Pandit, don't be depressed because All-Stars...
At least ask him how much money he's been given.
Okay. All-Stars pull one back. Talk us through that.
Listen, All-Stars have been good in this half and you'll have to agree with me.
Played it how is the second half going to be like? Because the athletes are used to these situations, so it's be tough for the All-Stars. Even with rolling substitutions, you have to be smart with those substitutions.
Yeah, but the good thing is with 15 minutes, you get a chance to rethink your strategies. What you did wrong in the first 45, you might want to
on his
No, I was
face.
actually thinking what he was talking about All-Stars. You probably saw what the cricketers did last time around. The first 20 minutes, everyone almost expended all their energy, and that's what happened. Ranbir Kapoor at the start with Nishant was teaming up so well, but then you could even see RK sort of fizzle out a bit. So I think, like you mentioned the players, Nishant to watch out for, Vikram Thapa, Shabir and RK, it'll probably depend on how they link up. How do they play the entire 45 minutes if they have any chance of a comeback, which...
But brother Sapru, based on what you guys have been saying, we all know how Shabir is done in celebrity classicals. Let me tell you, Ranbir Kapoor takes it so seriously. He'd be sitting out there in the dressing room getting fired up for the second half.
look right now as the coach perspective of what the result is. The people who have come out to watch the game, give them a wave. Acknowledge their presence. They've come out there for your charity.
You said it. It's all for a good cause. It's all playing for humanity, the Virat Kohli Foundation. The other really intriguing thing is what goes on in the sidelines. To watch Sunil Chhetri, the crowd is screaming at Sunil Chhetri. He keeps having conversations
on the field, you can tell this guy's seriously taken up the sport. And before he moved to cricket, everyone knows no more about that he was a footballer. Just with the movement, the touch on the ball, I mean, no MS Dhoni and probably Sunil Chhetri acknowledges that. And you can't really find a better man to be on a football field to touch and feel it than the legend Sunil Chhetri.
Look, I have to also talk about Jim Sarp, because a lot of the attacks for all Hearts FC has been coming down the left flank, and Jim Sarp playing on the right full-back position, he's been pretty good. There was one situation when he's a one-on-one situation with Virat Kohli, and you thought, okay, Kohli's going to get the better of him, but Jim Sarp showed some strong
How are you going to nullify the Virat Kohli threat though? Because he is... 5 minutes to go, to get these two together, to get them swinging the punches,
Bro, one more
playing
handshake.
for a Kohli Foundation. It's been absolutely dominated by the Indian sports people, not just the Indian cricketers, but we saw Rohan Bopanna out there, we saw Sri Jayesh in goal, we also saw Anup Sridhar, badminton star, and as far as all stars have been concerned, it's been a little difficult, but you've got to appreciate the actors and the comebacks that they made in this game. I've got my two buddies standing by as well, and I'm going to get them in, Anand Tyagi and Arjun Pandit as well, who've been with me throughout this entire journey. And then doing commentary, Arjun Pandit, as we all know, was maybe a little broken-hearted.
Yeah, very broken-hearted, yeah. I wasn't expecting that big a scoreline, yeah. 7-3, really, those last two goals really hurt us, yeah. And what happened there? What happened?
Well, I was supposed to be the neutral person here.
You weren't that neutral.
Well, I tried very hard, but all Heart FC to be very, very fair.
हमने तो सोचा ही नहीं था यार ये होने वाला है. We were not even talking about Anil Shrikant, but then he pops up with that headed goal and a good direction. Didn't have too much power on the ball, but the direction was what took it away and got them a goal.
Always about being in the right. Was something else. He is so determined. He had to be playmaker as well. He had to be the catalyst.
Look, he made amends for some misses in the first half. They had a few chances in the first half, and you thought if All Stars FC would have converted them, this scoreline would have been pretty different because the mindset. Blow from All Heart FC. They quickly scored a fourth goal. But Ranbir Kapoor's, going back to that question, that finish by Ranbir Kapoor, any goalkeeper, it would have been extremely tough for them. We kept on talking about it in commentary as well. You've always got to aim for the second bar. And he did that. The goalkeeper had to judge to on his right side. So you always go for the second bar, which is a
thought for both goalkeepers out there, because we know Mark Robinson was struggling with injury, and Sri Jayesh, he's used to catching on to the hockey ball, not necessarily the football. We've got the presentation coming up. We'll be getting some of our All-Stars and All-Heart in our studio as well to have a chat with them. We'll take a quick breather. We will be right back here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to hear from the celebrity classicals. Make sure you stay with us. As a celebration with his team.
Yeah, the Gidda wala celebration यार मजा आ गया यार. दिल्ली की याद आ गई यार, दिल्ली वाली. ओए होए, like this. वाह, ये ना वो शादियों में बहुत होता है ऐसे.
The cheapness quotient in the show
You're from
has
Delhi
just
as well,
gone through
Mayanti.
the roof.
Yeah, Mayanti, you're from Delhi. What is this?
That does not mean I'm
what is
cheap
this?
like you guys.
We were
okay?
dancing like this at your wedding as well, like this. Oye hoye. But that was some celebration. I love that celebration of Virat Kohli and
It was superb. Delhi teammates. It was so great to see that. And also, remind you, everyone was so animated. We don't see celebrations like this on the cricket field. We saw it on the football field. But I tell you what, both the teams are out there with the captains. We want to find out what they're saying, what the mood is. And our man, Jatin Sapru, would have a huge smile on his face because his team won today. Jatin, over to you, buddy. For sports fans to be able to be together to watch this, the Star Sports family, to see all these Bollywood stars and see some of our favorite heroes. Final word. I know you had to pick sides, but overall, why don't you be neutral right now? How was the experience for you, Arjun?
I can't be neutral, yaar. I haven't stepped off the field. Go All Stars. Don't worry, boys. Next year, yeah, 7-3 se aa rahe ho.
With these two.
I think, to begin with, Arjun Pandit and Jatin Sapru were just at it for so long. It was just me just sitting there neutrally, enjoying the moment, them sparring at each other. But at the end of the day, right, Jatin was back.
Continue for a while. It's going to go all the way into the night. Thank you so much for joining us for the Celebrity Classical. We hope you had a fun time. It really is your fantasy come to life with your Bollywood.